Roughing penalty. I think it's 40.
San Jose penalty number 23. 2 minutes for boarding. Link Gaetz.
Neil, this is Neil speaking. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Neon color, neon color. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I got it. Stand by. What do you mean? What do you mean, stand by? No. Seven, 4.
8-5.
8-5. Gotcha. 8-5.
Hello, hello. All right. Okay.
They're confused in Montreal to me.
Here are some scores from other National Hockey League games tonight. These are all final scores. The New York Islanders beat the Boston Bruins 4-3. Quebec 4, the Hartford Whalers 2. Toronto 6, Detroit 2 in the third period. Minnesota 4, the Blackhawks 2 in the third. Final Washington 3 and Buffalo 1. Final score, Islanders 4, Bruins 3.
hockey in California. Bob, Harry? Yeah, and Gino. Oh, no, it's not Coxie. I don't know who that is. Are you gonna go right to that or not? No.
50 seconds.
Home game in the history of the San Jose Sharks is underway. There's no score. Bob Cole and Harry Neal are providing the accounts of the first period, and let's go to them now. Bob?
Thank you, Ron, and good evening, everybody. Harry alongside me. We're nearing the 6-minute mark of the first period. There is no score in the game yet. The Canucks have outshot San Jose 4-0 so far. We've had our first minor penalty killed off by San Jose, and now we have our first major penalties called.
You're looking at Neil Wilkinson, who just finished quite a spirited fight with Odjick of the Canucks, and Odjick gets the extra 2 for being so the Sharks will have a power play, the first one of the evening for them.
5 minutes for fighting at 5:28. San Jose penalty number 5, Neil Wilkinson, 5 minutes for fighting. Time on the penalties, 5 minutes, 28 seconds. For Vancouver, Odjick, 2 minutes instigation by fighting. For San Jose, Wilkinson, 5 fighting at 5:28.
5:28, the time of the major penalties to Wilkinson and Odjick. No score in the first period. Sellout 10,689 here at the Cow Palace. And what a spirited group, I'll tell you, folks. They're really into it. And delighted that the National Hockey League is back in the Bay Area. Big turnout tonight and a very enthusiastic crowd. Jarmo Myllys is in goal for San Jose Sharks. Kirk McLean back in the nets for the Canucks. And he won the game along with the Canucks last night in Vancouver. High off along the boards and play stopped. Detroit losing to Toronto 8-5. Wendell Clark, his 4th career hat trick. What a start.
Well, there's Pat Quinn, the general manager coach of the Vancouver Canucks. That's a tough combination at any time. But the one advantage, Pat told me before the game, is that he saves a lot of time this year when the coach has to have a meeting with the GM. George Kingston, a 52-year-old coach, one of 9 current NHL coaches that are over 50, one of 6 new coaches in the National Hockey League this year, hoping to last the season.
Kisio with Mullen and the young sensation, Pat Falloon, their first draft pick, 2nd overall, as you'll remember. He's wearing number 17, Falloon. That's Kisio 11, shooting it in. Nedved and Adams for Vancouver. The Sharks looking for a shot on goal. And it rolls in front of the net and was cleared all the way down the ice. Canucks changing as Doug Wilson, the captain of the Sharks, starts to play, but that pass was a little too far. Fired back in. And 18 seconds now remaining for the Canucks penalty. They're shorthanded at this moment.
The goaltenders tonight, Jarmo Myllys for the Sharks. Picked up in the dispersal draft from Minnesota. In the preseason, he had a great goals against average, 2.96, but couldn't win a game. Kirk McLean, 22 shots last night against the Sharks in Vancouver to lead the Canucks to a 4-3 victory.
Just a word to the stations along the network that commercials 1 and 2 have been dropped because of our late start, and the next commercial will be number 3. There is no score in this first period, and the penalty is now over. Courtnall serving it out of the penalty box. Canucks up at center ice. Ryan Walter wearing number 9 shot it in. McGill turning in around his own net. Adams watched him, but he got a pass away. Hammond was upended. Reminder, we have commercial 3 coming up. from the Cow Palace in San Francisco. No score.
Brian Walter, number 9 for the Canucks, gets a tripping penalty right there. And with 12:10 to go in the first period, the Sharks will get their second power play. Ryan wearing the A as the alternate captain, coming over from Montreal, and I know Pat Quinn thinks he can use him penalty killing and in some defensive roles as by far the biggest center on the Canuck team.
Dean Evason is number 8. Failed to win the draw cleanly, but Wilson will cover up and flip it back to his own net. Pat Macleod turning around the net and starting away on the right side is Wayne Presley. Presley for the shot, one in, and a chance to shoot it, but was tied up in time. Lumme got a piece of him. Power play for the San Jose Sharks now. They'd love to get one here. This crowd is ready to go. Here's a pass. And a quick shot from Presley was blocked. Canucks can't get it out. Wilson knocked it down at the blue line and kept it in. Wilson again is there, but it hopped over his stick this time, and Macleod has to come back. Odjick in across the Vancouver line. Presley is with him. But the Canucks get it out. Wilson waited. Put a pass in behind his man. Moving up to Macleod. They failed to tip it in front of the net. Wilson left it there at the blue line. Wayne took one away from the goal mouth area. Canucks try to move it out on this power play for the San Jose Sharks. They go in on the boards, and they hold it there. Merson had his man covered, and Robert Cron was there to help out for Vancouver.
Well, Kirk McLean had to make a couple of big stops on that power play. Wayne Presley got the best chance, I thought, on the power play, coming over from Chicago for a third-round pick. Watch the move he makes on Dana Merson right here. Merson moving laterally, gets trapped looking at the puck, and Presley pulled it between his stick and his feet, but got in too deep to score. Presley with 15 goals for Chicago last year, 93 on a career, gives the Sharks some good speed.
43 seconds left in Ryan Walter's penalty. There is no score in this first period. Canucks killing this one off effectively, shoot it down the ice, and Wilson, who's been on there quite a bit, and I think you'll see a lot of that with this team. Named captain yesterday, moving the puck up to Hammond. Hammond's pass was in behind Pat Falloon, and the Canucks send it back again. Out of the net, Mullins shot it to the far corner. 17 seconds left in the power play, and Wilson is trying to get one more rush going for San Jose. Ken Hammond fed it back near the blue line. That was nearly picked off, but Kisio gets it back on that check. Threw it on the left side. Adams was there to take his man out. Kisio in the corner. Moving up on the play, Brian Mullen. Mullen for Kisio and back to Mullen. Mullen centered one. Everybody was covered in front of the net. And the Canucks. Linden couldn't get too far with it. Penalty has been served. There is no score in this first period. Shots are 4-2 now in favor of the Canucks. Adams for Vancouver wanting to go off, just tipped it into the San Jose zone, and this is Hammond. Fired it on the boards. Could be a break. It hit a skate and got to center ice. Babych feeds it in on the left side. Anderson went down. However, it is centered. And near the line again, Zettler kept it in and rolled in front of the net. Canucks cover up and get it out. They are rather cautious in their own zone, just clearing it very quickly. Rink is not a big one. I'll tell you a little more about that in a moment. There is no score in this first period. Welcome back, Bob Cole and Harry Neal. Harry, I was alluding to the ice surface size here at the Cow Palace. I suppose close to Buffalo.
Absolutely, 185 feet long by 85. Rather high glass, as you can see this shot from the corner all the way around the rink. The difference in the length of the rink is made up by the reduction of the neutral zone, blue line to blue line. This is about a 2-stride neutral zone at full speed. The Sharks have some tough guys, and I think it would be well worth their while in this shoot-it-in, shoot-it-out rink that they play the body whenever possible. You're looking at a camera hole just to the left of the Vancouver bench, and you can see that it's broken. And
they might want that replaced. There's a crack in the glass. You can see it clearly. And Bill McCrary, the referee, talking to some workers now. We might get that replaced. Winning by 1 goal.
Oh, I gotta like the Shark uniforms. Here's the first goal in the history of this team by Greg Cox, a California native who played for the Canucks on 2 different occasions. Stan Smeal, his own teammate, and now the assistant coach for the Canucks this afternoon at the hotel, and said, Stan, I'm going to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame with that goal. Here's the winner by Trevor Linden, who put the game away with 19 seconds to go last night in Vancouver. On a power play, a late penalty to Dean Evason gave the Canucks their first win, and the San Jose Sharks their first loss. Pat Quinn said it wasn't pretty, but the 2 points tasted pretty good coming down here on the Charter. George Kingston, the scholarly coach of the Sharks, 20 years coach of the Calgary Flames, the last 2 years coached in Norway, is going to find out that there's Norway, his team is going to be able to get bad penalties late in games and get away with it this way.
He knows what it's about. I said to him before the game, good luck, George. He said, yes, thank you. And you know what? We're going to need some of that stuff. He's right. And then here comes the new one. We'll be underway shortly.
Falloon, 138 points in 51 games last year in Spokane, was the Memorial Cup most valuable player. And of course, it's an integral part of that great Canadian Junior Gold Medal World Championship team that we all enjoyed watching. Now, this guy could be one of the Molson's 3 stars if he can get this class in place in a hurry.
Talking to Pat Quinn before this game this evening here on the West Coast in San Francisco. And Pat, you know, is looking forward to a much better year this time. Certainly his team is bigger.
Oh, the average size of their 8 defensemen, the 2 that are not playing plus these 6, 6'2", 208 pounds. And a much tougher team than the Vancouver Canucks have had for quite a while. I think Pat may be trying to recreate that Philadelphia team he had. Here are the 12 forwards that are playing tonight. There are only 3 forwards that are less than 6 feet. And 2 of them play center, Ronning, Larionov, and Kron on the wing. I would say, I haven't compared the rosters, but Vancouver may have the biggest team in the league. They're a little small at center, but they're surrounding those little guys with big wingers. Here are the players not playing. We talked to Randy Gregg. He says he ought to be ready this week as Vancouver takes a week-long road trip. Mazer, Volk, and Agnew are just victim of the numbers. And there's Pat Quinn wanting to know when he can get this game over. Started again, I mean, as this glass is being put into the section just down from the Vancouver bench.
It's always a nervous time when you come into a league like this new franchise, the San Jose Sharks, and George Kingston is aware of that, of course. He is patient, and he had some thoughts about last night's first game, and in particular this season coming up.
Well, I think it was really disappointing for our team to come that close. On the other hand, Vancouver played a very solid game through 3 periods, and our goaltending